Let's have a look at them. Yeah.
We first filmed Kai back in 2010 with a very youthful Mark Gilchrist who decided to buy a ferret. As it turned out, it wasn't a very fruitful morning. Quelle surprise. But now Kai, 5 years on with a heap load of counselling, is back to make another appearance on Field Sports Britain. This time, he's in the captain's chair.
Most of the crop here is blackcurrants. In fact, all of it's blackcurrants. And it just seems to hold quite a lot of rabbits. I haven't been here for a while. I did a bit of foxing here last week. We had quite a good successful session. But one thing we did notice was how many rabbits are now running about. So I thought it was about time to get the 2-2 out and see if we could just knock a few down.
There's an embarrassing number of rabbits.
It was an embarrassing number. About 436.
Not keeping one's end up, eh? Well, thankfully he has some help this evening. Joining Kai is his friend Chris and his 12-year-old son Josh. Although Josh and his father have taken up air rifling, the young Jedi has never had to handle the dead stuff. But as Kai has assigned him the job of picker-upper, plus given him a priest, it looks as if Josh is in for an evening to remember. First, we need to zero the 2-2 plus night sight, which has a special place in Kai's heart.
Have a look at that. I am a night sight boy, yeah. Kind of fell in love with them really when, not the people, even though they're very nice. Jake is a nice guy. But when I first started the NS 200, started using it for rabbiting, and I just instantly noticed a difference that my bag count for the evening would increase significantly because a lot of the rabbits around here, they've been shot so many times, they're quite lamp shy.
Kai uses a rice box, which he had about his person, and gives us a clue about what this guy does with all the game he shoots.
All these rabbits that we're going to shoot this evening, it goes straight to Turner's game up the road. They'll process them and we'll get them back in some form or another, whether it be we'll make some rabbit and thyme sausages or maybe some rabbit burgers. So everything, absolutely everything gets used and absorbed within the business.
You may have seen him and his wild food catering company at game fairs and major clay events like the Worlds at E.J. Churchill. He's what we're calling a game changer, taking wild meat and making it sizzle.
When we first started the business, we spent a long time trying to develop different recipes to see what works, and our main seller, our main burger for the business is our venison burger, which has got red wine and juniper berry in with a mix and a little bit of rosemary. And just enough so you can just taste it. And then we do that with like caramelised red onions, wild rocket, in like a Kentish Huffkin bun. And that's kind of like our main burger.
Kentish Huffkin bun? I don't know what it is, but it sounds amaze buns. Talking of buns, we need to protect those currants. We cruise down the end of the rows, scouting for eyes. It's not long before Kai starts filling his boots, and ours.
That is impressive, isn't it? Look at that. What happens when you come to field sports.
Living the dream, Kai, living the dream. Josh is tentative but doesn't shirk his duties. However, we have to explain the twitching and the bleeding and the eye popping, all of which he takes in his stride, apart from the last one.
What do you think it's going to be like? Like this?
Not seeing rabbit's eyes come out.
But we know it's dead. We know it's dead. If you're going to start shooting with the air rifle, if you can shoot well like that and hit them in the head, they might end up being like that when you hit them.
That's Dad's job.
Is that your dad's job, is it?
Last question, what are you going to tell your mates tomorrow morning at school?
I've seen everything.
Josh really is being exposed to a lot tonight, and it's easy to forget just how few people get to see this kind of thing or even realise it's going on.
That would do.
Chris is so pleased that his son is getting to see what real shooting is all about.
Kids of his age will spend all day shooting up games on the telly.
On the computer and stuff.
On the computer, yeah, and they'll be shooting everything that moves.
Yeah.
And they don't actually realise the reality in something that's been shot. As I say, now he can relate to shooting something on the telly.
Yeah.
To what it actually looks like in real life.
You right there, Josh? Eye again.
Kai does a lot of pest control and a few months ago changed from using Fiocchis to the heavier grain Winchesters, and he's never looked back.
Every time I do go out, I do notice the difference compared to the old rounds I was using. It costs a little bit more, a few pence more, but it doesn't really matter because I tend to be knocking more rabbits over, which is what we like.
At the end of the night we have 20 rabbits and a 12-year-old who will have a lot to tell his mates in the morning.
Hold it down first, and you press down, the bladder's down here. You press down and you might put the rest of the wee out.
Kai offers him the chance to clean a rabbit or two, but maybe next time. And if he's anything like Kai with Field Sports Britain, he'll be back in 5 years' time.